Denver was almost as muggy as Dallas and Austin today. Our highest dew point in 17 years here in the city. Tomorrow, the big story is the potential for flooding. That's why we've declared a weather impact alert for much of the day. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Mark Salinger.
I'm Kim Christensen. We could see heavy rainfall and even flooding tomorrow afternoon. We're going to get right to Kathy Sabin.
Hi guys, some areas seeing that weather scenario play out today. While Denver missed most of the heavy rain and impactful weather, we're still tracking severe weather, storms that dropped 3-inch diameter hail, baseball-sized hail in Lincoln County, 1-inch diameter hail near the town of Vernon, and half-inch diameter hail near Bethune. Rangeley, Colorado, thunderstorm wind gusts to 58 miles per hour, and several inches of rain in areas like Colorado City and Pueblo, creating flash flood situations down there. But the big story today, baseball-sized hail for portions of Lincoln County this afternoon, and we could see this scenario play out again tomorrow. The other big weather headline was the cooler weather today. Temperatures still in the 70s after a high of 81 degrees. A welcome reprieve from the heat, but plenty of moisture available for thunderstorms yet this evening, and we're still tracking them on the eastern plains. Seeing rainfall totals anywhere from 1 to 4 inches outside of Colorado Springs down to Springfield, Lamar, Otis, and Lyman. A lot of lightning off to the east as well, and a few foothill showers that I'm still tracking to see if one or two might roll into the metro area tonight. We're going to get a break overnight, but there's another round of storms expected tomorrow. These ones should move into the metro area as early as 4 o'clock. Much more on the timing and impact of this weather pattern coming up.
Tonight, teachers are trying to figure out their next steps after their charter school in Centennial told them it's closing for good. The announcement came just 2 weeks before the start of the school year. Teachers
tell us they're not just out of work. They say they won't be getting paid for the month and their benefits will end on Thursday. 9 News reporter Spencer Soisher has been following this story. And Spencer, we're learning more tonight about the timing of this closure.
Yeah, the Charter School Institute oversees Colorado Skies Academy. They say they learned about deeply problematic financial issues on July 14th. They said they told the school they needed to close. Now the teachers say they're getting nothing in return.
We were all definitely in the dark.
There's never a good time for bad news.
This past Friday evening, actually, over a phone call.
For teachers at Colorado Skies Academy, like Craig, 2 weeks before school, may be as bad a time to find out your school is closing.
And now we're all out of job trying to find teaching jobs in the Denver area where everybody's getting ready to start school.
On Friday, Colorado Skies Academy emailed parents the school was closing because of funding issues. The aviation-focused charter school met with employees today.
Your last day of work was the 25th, and then benefits end Thursday. And that's it.
The school had documented financial struggles under the Cherry Creek School District, but was released last school year to the Charter School Institute's authority. So these people are thrown out 2 weeks before school ends, and they're not getting anything to show for it. They got to find a job as other school districts are going back to work.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Obviously, the timing is horrible.
Terry Croy Lewis is the head of the Charter School Institute. She says the school, not the chartering authority, is responsible for the pay decision. She says 2 weeks ago, her team learned in a meeting with Colorado Skies Academy leadership that a deal with another school that would have cut their costs fell apart. Plus, the building they were in was too expensive to run, and fundraising they were counting on didn't materialize.
Her in that meeting concerned us. And concerned us enough to, take action.
2 weeks for parents to find a new school.
Pulling the rug out from under us at the 11th hour is just terrible.
I didn't want to be at this point.
And even less time for teachers like Craig.
Just filling out job applications after job applications.
Do you think they were done dirty?
That's a tough one.
I've been trying to get a hold of the director of the school for the last 2 days, but have not heard back. Craig is looking for jobs. Another teacher told me that her family's just going to sell the home and move back to the East Coast. Spencer Soisher, 9 News.
The city of Denver will start laying off employees next month as it faces a $250 million budget shortfall over the next 2 years. An email sent by Denver Mayor Mike Johnston to city employees says the layoffs will take place the week of August 18th. The mayor says all layoff notifications will be made over that 1 week period. As soon as they're laid off, they'll be sent home. Employees will receive 30 days of paid administrative leave and severance based on how long they've worked with the city. The big question, of course, that remains is how many people will lose their jobs. The city recently changed the rules for who is laid off first. Before, it was solely based on seniority, but with the new standards passed just a couple of weeks ago, performance metrics are now weighed more heavily. The union representing city workers says that's a way to fire older workers who've been with the city for a long time and make more money.
Tonight, dozens of bicyclists honored the life of a woman who was hit and killed while riding her bike 6 years ago.
Alexis Bounds was only 37 years old when a dump truck hit her at Bayette Avenue and Marion Parkway, right near Washington Park. That's where 9 News reporter Janelle Finch is live. And Janelle, today they remembered Alexis Bounds.
Alexis Bounds' loved ones and bike safety advocates gathered here to reflect on all of the lives lost in similar situations and call for more investment in road infrastructure. Alexis Bounds was a wife to her husband, Teddy, and mother of 2 boys who are now 6 and 10 years old. All 3 were here tonight. Each year, the Denver Bicycle Lobby helps organize a memorial ride to reflect on Alexis's life. Her family says she considered Washington Park her special place for peace. Her mom, Peggy, says Alexis and all people who have died while biking deserved safer roads. She said she'll honor her daughter by calling for better infrastructure.
We need to remind city officials and the community at large that this effort must continue so that a preventable tragic death may never happen again.
Speakers also recognized other people who have lost their lives on bikes. Just last week, a driver hit and killed a young man at 38th and Tejon. The Denver Bicycle Lobby says that they'll be installing a ghost bike at that intersection in his honor this Saturday. Live in Denver, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
2 years ago today, a driver hit and killed former Team USA cyclist Magnus White. Happened along Highway 119 in Boulder County. Just last month, a judge sentenced the driver to 4 years in prison. White's family doesn't think the punishment matches the crime. Since the crash, the family has advocated for cyclist and pedestrian safety. Magnus White was just 17 years old. A family in Boulder is mourning the loss of their dog, who was killed by a mountain lion.
Happened while they were on a walk. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj is in Boulder this evening after speaking with the family, and Shalima, understandably, they're heartbroken.
Absolutely. Tulare and Aron Appel, for them it has been unbearable walking into their home knowing that they won't hear the sound of pitter-patters on the hardwood floor. In fact, Bodie they actually got after the passing of another dog that they had, Pumpkin, for about 10 years.
Yeah, we were on the
grass around here.
Tulare and Aron Appel have been reliving the trauma for several days.
It was like a defeat, you know, like how can I help my baby, you know?
On Friday around 9, they went for an evening walk with their dog Bodie, something they did every night.
Just pounced on him and I heard his neck or something crack or a, you know, like I don't know, it was like a bite, you know, like a chomp.
They'd only been walking for 3 minutes when it happened.
Yeah.
Tulare and Aron watched in horror. Their 10-pound Cavachon was now in the mouth of a mountain lion.
The lion was carrying him and he started running, and I wasn't going to just let him take him away. And I, maybe stupidly, but I started running after them.
Aron tried to tug on Bodie's leash, but says the mountain lion tugged back, causing him to lose his grip.
We came back. We were both in shock. I think we were in shock the whole time, you know, because it was just a surprise attack.
Tulare says she called Boulder Police and Animal Protection. Colorado Parks and Wildlife responded. The next day, Bodie's remains were found partially buried in a neighbor's backyard.
I was trying to help him be strong, and he was strong for a little guy like that, but there was nothing. And that's what keeps coming up at me. If I could have done something, you know, and I...
Now, mountain lions are nocturnal and largely secretive, so your chances of actually seeing one are slim. Now, in the meantime, officials are urging people that if you do have an encounter with one, that you do report it. In fact, CPW tells us that in this case, the mountain lion that attacked Bodie, they are actually trying to relocate it. They just need your tips and information in order to track the animal down. Reporting in Boulder, Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.